3:02 p.m. We'll start the Board of Commissioners regular meeting Thursday, February 27th at 3:02. Can we call to order and roll call?
Commissioner Adair.
Here.
Commissioner Turnbull.
Present.
Commissioner Obuchowski.
Commissioner Obuchowski mentioned that she wouldn't be able to make it today.
Chairman Henry.
Here.
Vice Chair Parks.
Present.
Commissioner Chenoweth.
Present.
Commissioner Rose.
Also, Commissioner Rose mentioned that he wasn't able to make it today.
Moving along, item number 2, approval agenda. Ask for a motion for approval.
So moved.
Been properly moved and second. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Adair.
Yes.
Commissioner Turnbull.
Yes.
Chairman Henry.
Yes.
Vice Chair Parks.
Yes.
Commissioner Chenoweth.
Yes. Okay, item number 3, public comments on non-agenda items only. No comments? Hearing none. We'll move to item number 4, approval of the minutes.
I would like to make a note on the minutes. At the latter part of the minutes, last board meeting, we approved both staff and my salary increases. In the minutes, it reads the percentage, but it's actually the amount. So the corrected portion is that my increase was, my new salary starting January 1st was $180,000. Just a correction to the minutes versus the percentage of 6% increase.
Okay, can we have approval for approval of the minutes? As amended. Been probably moved in second. Roll call, please.
Commissioner Adair.
Yes.
Commissioner Turnbull.
Yes.
Chairman Henry.
Yes.
Vice Chair Parks.
Yes.
Commissioner Chenoweth.
Yes.
Item number 5, new business. Approval. First on the agenda is approval of resolution 2020-05, the moving and work local payment standards.
This is an annual process where once HUD decide the new market rate, the new market's rental rates for the various areas in the communities throughout the nation, we have to make adjustments to our local payment standards.
Have a motion on the floor for the approval of resolution 2020-05, moving to work local payment standards. Motion to approve.
Second.
We need a
motion.
I move that we approve 2020-5, move to work.
Okay, it's been properly moved and second. May I have a roll call.
Commissioner Adair.
Yes.
Commissioner Turnbull.
Yes.
Chairman Henry.
Yes.
Vice Chair Parks.
Yes.
Commissioner Chenoweth.
Yes.
Item B, under new business, approval of resolution 2020-06, transfer of 811 North Willis Street, Champaign, Illinois, and 1002 North 6th Street, Champaign, Illinois. Ask for a motion for approval.
Just so all commissioners understand the process that we went through related to the transfer of these properties. Both of these units was property slated for demolition. We chose not to demolish those properties. We transferred the properties to the Enrichment Foundation, and we auctioned them off. Part of that was to save the cost of demolishing the properties. one of the, so happened one of the landlords received those properties, so he's repurposing these properties to put them back in the market for affordable housing, where the Housing Authority had originally decided to demolish them at a cost of almost $30,000 plus apiece.
Thank you for the clarification on that. May we have a motion for approval?
I motion to approve transfer of 811 North Willis Street, Champaign, Illinois, and 1002 North 6th Street in Champaign, Illinois.
Second.
Been properly moved and second. May we have roll call, please?
Commissioner Adair,
Yes.
Commissioner Turnbull,
Yes.
Chairman Henry,
Yes.
Vice Chair Parks,
Yes.
Commissioner Chenoweth.
Yes.
Number C, approval of resolution 20-07, voucher transfer, Ford County Housing Authority. Clarification?
So we've been in communication with Ford County Housing Authority. As you know, HUD has disinvested tremendously in some of the programs that they have. It's really hard for housing authorities to make it if they don't have a large enough program in order to receive funds, in order to maintain staff and operate their programs. Ford County was an agency that's pretty small, and as we talked before about how we're, as an agency, is investing outside the county in different ways. We're working with other counties and municipalities also to help preserve affordable housing, not just in Champaign County, but throughout our state of Illinois. This is one of those ways we're doing that. They contacted us about the possibility of receiving those vouchers. So the Housing Authority of Champaign County, I believe it's in July, will receive an additional 50 vouchers from Ford County Housing Authority, and we'll operate them, and we'll receive the income related to operating those vouchers. Those vouchers, Ford County, they have a small waiting list. We will absorb their waiting list. They wasn't able to lease up all their property, all those vouchers. I think they only had 13 of the 50 leased up, 20. But they had one of the 50 vouchers leased up. And so we will receive those vouchers. Anybody on their waiting list that we'll first go through their waiting list. Once their waiting list is exhausted, then those vouchers are maintained here in Champaign County. And so we worked with HUD, and this process will take place in July. We need approval and a resolution from the board in order to move forward with that process.
Thank you. A motion on the floor to approve the resolution.
I move that we approve resolution 2020-7 to transfer vouchers from Ford County to Champaign County. Second.
Been properly moved and second. May we have roll call?
Commissioner Adair,
Yes.
Commissioner Turnbull,
Yes.
Chairman Henry,
Yes.
Vice Chair Parks,
Yes.
Commissioner Chenoweth.
Yes.
The next resolution is Resolution 2008, adoption of the FSS action plan.
Late last year, the Housing Authority of Champaign County received a grant from HUD entitled Family Self-Sufficiency Program Coordinator. That money was allowed for us to hire a person to operate family self-sufficiency to further benefit our clients that we work with here in this county. As part of that, and as part of our MTW plan, because we combine FSS and our LSS programs, we have to have an action plan for the FSS program. And so this is that adoption of that action plan. We've been working on it for a number of months to get it together and make sure that it coincides with our goals as a moving to work agency. Yes.
I'm so happy we received this grant. Just a quick question. Is the credits that are applied, does that come from the grant or does that come from our, the grant just pays for the coordinator or the grant pays for the coordinator and the credits?
Just the coordinator.
Okay.
It pays for the staff person.
And the credits are something available to anyone in the Move to Work program, or is it just for folks in the Family Self-Sufficiency program? I just know I'm going to get questions about this.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted to understand.
Tiffany, you want to?
It's available to anyone in the MTW program.
Okay, which is what it said in our Move to Work program. So essentially, this is a coordinator to help people achieve their goals within the Family Self-Sufficiency program.
Correct.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, we have been moved in second. Question's been answered. May we have roll call, please?
I don't think it was a motion.
No.
Okay, got it. Okay,
I think it's been, yeah, it was approved.
We didn't do a motion.
I thought it was.
Was it motion called?
I don't remember doing a motion. I don't think we did a motion. You explained it.
Okay, I'll back up. Got ahead of myself. Sorry about that.
That's okay.
We've had a discussion. We're ready for the motion.
Approval
of the
of
motion.
the 2020 adoption of the FSS action plan.
Second.
Okay, it's been properly moved in second. May we have roll call at this time?
Commissioner Adair,
Yes.
Commissioner Turnbull,
Yes.
Chairman Henry,
Yes.
Vice Chair Parks,
Yes.
Commissioner Chenoweth.
Yes.
Item E, the moving to work plan.
This is just a discussion item, and I'll let Tiffany take this area.
This actually goes along with the approval of the FSS action plan. Once we got the grants, our MTW plan had already been established for 2020 and sent to HUD. When we spoke with our grant representative, we needed to include some language regarding the FSS in the MTW plan. This does not change any portion of our plan other than just highlighting what the FSS regulations are, and then HUD will approve the changes that we've already requested. So it's just really putting the FSS verbiage in the MTW plan.
Okay, moving along, item number 6, Chief Executive Officer's report.
Thank you, sir. First, let's start with our employee of the month. Before I forget, like always, thank you, Ashley, for making sure we have our detailed, what you call that, a cheat sheet or something? Yeah. No, agenda for dummies or something like that. Yeah, a script, right. So our employer, yeah, not him, me. So our employee of the month this year, Tiffany will do the honors and recognizing that individual.
Our employee of the month is Dwayne Watson. Dwayne, would you join me? Dwayne was nominated as an Employee of the Month for his strong work ethic. Dwayne is described as always going above and beyond for the residents. He is committed to the residents and his building. He is always making sure that everything is running smoothly and that everyone is okay. The person who recommended him for Employee of the Month said, "I have never met anyone who cares about other people as much as Dwayne does." Congratulations. Well, I'm not done. Got a few other things, but somebody, Lily's gonna take a picture if you don't mind. Uh-oh. We're having some kind of day here. Congratulations to you again.
By the way, Dwayne, this is homecoming for you. I've been watching you a long time. You've been doing this. You should have been got this years ago.
Yeah, he's a great team player, along with a number of our people. He was one of the guys I met when I first came at the organization and showed me around the building. We even meet sometimes in the gym and work out. So congratulations, it's well deserved. You keep up the hard work. And Lily, just so you know, that's on camera, that tripping.
Okay. For office, we're going to drink that.
Make a highlight film.
Exactly, right. So as far as the CEO's report, I provided a great number of detail in the report on the activities that took place. I'll review just a couple of them. And we had our homeless Super Bowl and resource party for our friends without addresses. It was well attended. We had a number of sponsors and individuals helping us with that effort. This was the second year we did it, and I think the community and the individuals that attended felt really good about the opportunity to sit down, watch the Super Bowl, receive a number of resources from individuals like Carl and other human rights, Champaign Office of Human Rights sponsored, they purchased pizza. It was just a great opportunity to really support individuals that's marginalized or needing support in our community. Princess Night Out, again, we was able to raise close to $1,200 this year to take a number of young ladies from our program out to the Park District, Champaign's Park District, Shake, Rattle, and Roll, Dance with Dad. This is our second year doing that also. First Steps Community Home, that's the reentry program, excuse me, the males reentry program. It had a ribbon cutting. I attended the ribbon cutting along with a number of other staff and was able to have an opportunity to meet some of the individuals in that program. Again, that's a partnership that we forged with First Followers to help address the issue of individuals coming out of prison to get them restabilized back into our community. I was honored to be announced that I'll be receiving Accounting Award of Excellence from Ball State's Business School, the accounting department. I attended Ball State and worked pretty hard at trying to accomplish things in life, so I'm thankful that I'm able to be recognized, and that takes place. The awards dinner is at Ball State on its campus in Muncie, Indiana. This is the 11th annual Alumni Awards dinner. It's April 27th, 2020. He just want to show that because it's red, that's all. Out of everything in the board packet, the first call I get is from our chairman that said, "Oh, that red look really nice on you." That's a fraternity thing. He happened to, be a captain. I'm the famous fraternity, the Qs. Yeah. He planned on attending it along with a few other staff members to help in that celebration. I was able to speak along with Preston Prince, who was the former NARO National President, National Association of Housing Redevelopment's National President at the Mary McKay and Associates Conference. We spoke to a number of individuals in the crowd. We spoke about the CEO of the future public housing authorities and how we have to strategically prepare for the future. We can't act as we acted in the old days related to housing and looking at ourselves as just a federally funded organization. We have to act as a business and really fill those gaps by working hard and obtaining other programs and other partnerships for the benefit of our clients. It was well attended, and it was a pretty robust conversation around new ways to lead housing authorities into the near future. Excuse me. We held our first Youth Build Community Partner Information Session. Another session to be held on March 4th at our agency here from 5:30 to 7:30. We had close to 40 people attend, and I think it was maybe like 32 to 35 different organizations that was represented along with citizens. It was a great conversation, a great understanding, a great way for individuals can, really get the feeling of what we're trying to do here as an organization with our Youth Build program. During that process, we was able to facilitate partnerships with a few organizations, and we still encourage people that want to, whether it's a people or organization, to have resources to help benefit our young people in this community. So if you haven't attended the first one, please try to attend the second one, which again, this is March 4th at 5:30, from 5:30 to 7 here at our office in our community center. We had another panel discussion. This panel discussion was around barriers of housing. We had a great number of individuals on the panel, very intelligent individuals. Tiffany led the moderation of that event. The crowd was well attended, and there was a pretty good write-up in the newspaper about the panel discussion. So we're going to continue to help educate our community and find ways so that we can engage the community and figure out ways to provide better and more efficient affordable housing. We're in collaboration, the Illinois Housing Development Authority, collaboration meeting Housing Authority staff, City of Champaign, Illinois Housing Development Authority, our development partners at Bristol, Carson Construction, and Avis. We all met and went over a number of ideas. The new director of IDA, the Illinois Housing Development Authority, she's doing a tour around around various communities. We met at Douglas Square Clubhouse and we touring some of the Bristol developments. It was a great opportunity, and that collaboration with IDA is really strengthening many communities throughout the state of Illinois. Just to say, Ida gave us the 500 and something thousand plus reentry grant in order to provide housing for 15 individuals. It's coming straight from the Department of Corrections. Ida also is the one that funds our low-income housing tax credits and funded Pinewood. Even when we fell short in terms of the budgeting, they came to the table with an extra $200,000. So that partnership with Ida is very strong, and we're excited to continue to work hard with them. We received, we closed on Oakfield Place. That Oakfield Place is one of the communities that, Oakfield Place is one of the developments that we're working on outside the community. It's in Henry, Illinois. It's 30 units, but we estimate to create 37 new jobs and generate $2.3 million, of money during the construction, the first part of construction. Construction will be starting, well, construction is already starting, it's underway, and our development financer, NEF, provide us with a nice little award, and congratulations on that closing. It's important. Individuals really don't understand the magnitude of what affordable housing development does for any community and for the people in those communities, so it's nice to receive this recognition from them as a partner in that development. The Housing Task Force, the Illinois Housing Task Force, I was recently appointed by Governor Pritzker to that task force. I know that some people may not understand what that task force does, but the whole state of Illinois, we talk about affordable housing, we talk about policies. The first meeting was held this week, and it was just really enlightening to be at the table with the number of heads of organizations throughout the state, the Director of Human Rights, IDA's director. So all the major players, state legislators, state senators, state representatives. It's so important that we all get together. I have never heard of a housing task force before, but the work that they do based on the information I had to read, the stacks and stacks of information I had to read to prepare for that, is so important for our whole state and what we do, the monies that's coming through our state. And I know for certain, from what I heard at that meeting and from some of the relationships I was able to forge from being there on earlier this week, that our county and our agency and our citizens will benefit from some of those resources. There's so much resources out there that I didn't even know about. I'll be able to really work with those team members. The whole goal of that task force is to build and grow a plan so we can help increase affordable housing throughout our community. And so I'm thankful that the governor and his staff decided to select me to be a part of that. And I promise you guys I'll do a great job and help bring as many benefits as I can to this community. Okay, what else? I was asked by FADA, the Public Housing Authority Directors Association, to lead a conversation around affirmative, further, and fair housing. It was a rule that originally came out in the Obama administration. Once the Trump administration came in, it was kind of put on the back burner. They're reissuing that policy, and right now HUD is accepting comments. The proposal for comments is due on March 26, 2020, and so for FADA, I'm leading the effort with other housing professionals throughout the nation to create comments to help benefit housing authorities and provide her with information, whether it's a pro or con, against certain aspects of that. Even at the Housing Task Force, the state, or IDA, Illinois Housing Development Authority, they're doing it also. A number of other organizations there is doing it. So it was a good opportunity to share information and bring more information to the table. As you know, FADA is in D.C. I'm the current senior vice president of FADA. And in a year and probably 3 months, I'll be the national president of FADA. So having that opportunity to be at the table with our policy staff in Washington to help create policies that benefit our community is great. So it was a robust conversation. I put the whole policy, I put the whole affirmative, further, and fair housing rule. It's attached in your packets, and I know that many of our board members are really engaged with affordable housing, both locally throughout the state and nationally, so I encourage you to take a look at that. And if you have any comments, anybody in the crowd or anybody that's watching this have comments around that affirmative fair housing rule, please send those comments in. I'll be happy to include them with our comments as we send them to Washington, so our voice could be heard. And to public notification of So it's a public notice for a proposed plan. We worked with a number of communities throughout our county to apply in partnership with the Central Illinois Land Bank Authority. We applied for a single family rehab program. It's around 3-year funding. We applied for up to $1 million. We haven't received it yet, but right now they're asking for public notice, comments around that proposal. You can find information on our website. It's in our packet. And if you have any questions or want to know more about it, just please reach out to us. Please utilize our Office of Constituent Service to find out more information. And this is another one of those programs that someone came to us because they saw what we're doing as an organization and how we're being able to utilize and our resources in a positive way. So they came to us and asked us to take a lead on this grant application. Lily and I think Tremaine worked on this grant to get it submitted, and we're looking forward to receiving that $1 million to help benefit our community overall in terms of rehab assistance. And individual homeowners is available to receive up to $45,000 in assistance to rehab their home and make it a better, safe environment. That's a whole lot.
I'd just like to make a quick comment in regards to the session that Mr. Prince from Fresno, California, and Mr. Northern presented. By far, that was probably the most well-attended session and most interesting session, in that we had two different contrasts between the two different CEOs. Mr. Fresno has a 40-mile radius in which he has his responsibilities for, and he talked about the various mayors and other components of city government and county government, and how that has, the difficulties of doing that, with working with so many different pieces with various ideals. And then Mr. Northern was able to share his philosophies and operation in a smaller county. But it was a lot of discussion was generated from that, and it was really a lot of the commissioners and CEOs that attended that session. It was a real brain skull session, so if you will. And I say that because the work that Mr. Northern is doing now as one of the highest officers in FADA and also NARO, and being just selected to this task force by the governor, I think he'll add an awful lot throughout the state. And I think it's just one more thing that we can say, that the housing agency, Champaign Housing Authority Agency, is right on the cutting edge, and one of the real leaders, not only in this state, but in our region as well as nationally. And it's really good to have our CEO at the top of this. I mean, this is not only, this is nationwide. So I just wanted to say that we're pretty proud, and I was happy to be able to attend that. And I was even kind of caught up with some of the questions that people would ask me. Well, I don't know, but here's our leader right here. So it's a learning process. So I just wanted to add that.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. And I just want to add, I know we had some conversations and some questions around some of our goals and some of the things that we're doing, like investing outside our county, and reasons why. After that happened, I talked with Commissioner Chenoweth, and we decided to put out that information in the community so people can really take a look at it for themselves. So we put it out there, and if people still have questions around it, to get a better understanding, they feel free to contact our Office of Constituent Services. But when we talk about the opportunities that we have as an organization to benefit our community right here, and also sharing the wealth, every community don't have the knowledge or the resources in order to grow affordable housing. And I said a few times that, what we do is, God's work. Right, and so if we're using some of our resources to benefit the community, but we can also gain in terms of income for our programs to grow better and help our community, it's a win-win situation. Just an example, we're doing 4 developments at the end of the 15-year time frame. We're make estimated $600,000 of income over that 15 years, right, based on our investment. We're investing 41 housing choice vouchers, project-based vouchers. At the end of 15 years, we get $55 million plus in resources in terms of those assets back. We'll be managing those assets. We'll be managing those properties, and we're helping some rural areas that don't have the capability of doing it. And, some of the individuals who say, well, hey, why would you give some vouchers here and there to different areas? Because we just got 50. We're giving 41 vouchers, and so that's how it works. If you're willing to help others, people are willing to help you. So for those that said, hey, why are you giving 41 vouchers to other areas? People here need help. People everywhere need help. It's not about being selfish. It's about helping others. Yeah, we're not going to lose one voucher here trying to help them. Even if we didn't get that 50 vouchers, it still wouldn't hurt our organization because of the $600,000 and the $55 million in resources that we're going to receive. And so we're doing it. We're doing it not to be greedy, but we're doing it to help others, but it's a benefit for our community right here also. And so at the end of the day, we're 9+ vouchers already. So another county gave us 50, and we give another county 41. And so that's how these things work. And so I just want to reiterate the importance of not focusing on just, our house, it's a village. And so, we can look at the village as our county, and we can look at the village as our state, but it's a village. I just want to say, if people have not saw that information that we put out, please take a look at it. It's on our website. It's on our Facebook. But it's important to know that when we make these decisions, some of these decisions are calculated, and we understand that we went to school for this. We're at the table talking about it and listening different conversations throughout constantly. And the lay person, in a sense, the person who's not a housing professional, may not understand why we're doing it, but we want to help clear up that message. And so any questions or concerns, again, please reach out to the Office of Constituent Services, and we'll make sure you get those questions answered.
I just want to reiterate that we are here to accommodate the residents and the people here in Champaign, and our main focus is to get that wait list down from the 1,500, finding a way to, also that last training we went to, they talked about how to manage the wait list, how to get that wait list down where we can accommodate some of these people so they won't wait forever to get housing. So those are the panels and discussion we should be bringing up here shortly on how to get that wait list down, how to accommodate these people off of that wait list.
I don't want to catch anybody off guard here, but how are you addressing that issue, or what kind of plans, or what are you coming up with?
What is I'm coming up with, you saying?
No, I'm asking. I'm not asking you. I'm trying to ask.
Well, when we talk about a waiting list, a lot of agencies never open a waiting list. So whenever our agency opens a waiting list, our waiting list, I think when we looked at it, when we opened our waiting list, we had over 5,000 people, I think, apply. The number, it's no need to have 5,000 people on a waiting list. We cannot possibly manage a waiting list that size. It costs us to manage a waiting list. So we brought it down to 1,500 that we can work from. And actually staff wanted to be even lower than that. I chose 1,500 because I want to express and show the need when we write grants. They say, well, what's your waiting list? Where's the need at? So we don't have a waiting list, we don't have a need. A lot of people that's on our waiting list not even from this county because it's a federal program, so anybody can apply. We can't just say people that live in Champaign can apply. So it's people from Chicago, it's people from Indiana, it's people from Florida, all across the nation see a waiting list open and they apply for it. But what we're doing here to try to address that issue is some of what I talked about earlier. We're utilizing the resources in the best way. We already increased, we put out 41 vouchers and we got 50, so we increased that by 9. We're making money off those resources and assets where we can we have a baseline that we need to serve, but if we have more money, we can serve more. The big issue that we have around that wait list, in my opinion, is that the lack of affordable housing resources in the county. When I say resources, I mean hard units. We need hard units. And when I say county, I mean the whole county, not just Champaign and Urbana. A lot of other areas of the county may not appreciate what we offer in terms of organization and not allowing us to build housing. And that's why I'm thankful that being on the Housing Task Force, maybe we can look at the policies around zoning and other issues that we can address and deal with. One issue we talked about was source of income discrimination, which stops that. So we can have HUD could call us tomorrow and give us 100,000 more vouchers. We'll still have a waiting list because we need resources in terms of units. And the other understanding around that, people say, well, we're developing units in other counties. Well, those counties and those places where we're developing those units, they want those units and they need those units. Some of the counties, cities around here don't want no more affordable housing units. So that means we can't develop them anyway. So we might as well go somewhere and develop them. And we can only develop so much. Bristol, Haven, if you look at Bristol, right down the street from here, we have Oakwood Trace, we have Douglas Square. They won't continue to allow us to build all affordable housing in one area. So once the area gets saturated with affordable housing, IDA says no more. Sorry, we're not funding it. So we have to go somewhere to build. And if Tolano or other places in the county decide us not to allow us to come there, we have to build somewhere. But with these zoning laws and the NIMBY that go on, not in my backyard type stuff, where people feel like if we build affordable housing, the Cabrini Green effect will come. That's not the case. So we're trying to educate people and show them. That's why we go public in a sense. And when I mean go public, I mean put our information out there and let people see our developments, let people see what we're doing, let people see the numbers. And so we're at the Housing Authority, we're going to do our best in order to get that wait list down. Another important part of that wait list decreasing is our New to Work program. So we're requiring people to work and go to school to better themselves, to become self-sufficient. We're applying for grants. And so if, sometimes people need motivation. We don't want to hurt and harm nobody, right? But it's funny, I was motivated to lose weight once because I got on an airplane and needed an extra extension on my seat, right? And so I know that's a simple effect and simple part of it, but our New to Work program motivates individuals to go to work, try to increase their job opportunities. We provide those resources and build connections around our organizations here in our county to help make that possible. And every person that succeed and overcome and get off our program, that's another person that can come on and utilize those units that's being filled up now. Because if we don't get landlords willing to lease up units, if we don't change the policies around the zoning for other areas, it's going to stop. If we don't invest in our own programs in terms of find ways to increase the bottom line, because HUD's getting out of the housing business, period. Right now, we're not a public housing authority, and I keep telling people that, yeah, we got the main public housing, Champaign County Housing Authority. We have no public housing units here. We have rental assistance demonstration units. We have affordable housing tax credit, low-income housing tax credit units. We have project-based units. No public housing units, right? We're an affordable housing developer and property manager. And that's how we got to continue to think and focus. Now, we're not a for-profit one, but we're a not-for-profit one. But in order to maintain our programs, we need money. And that's what we're doing. We're trying to balance it off. We want to help people, we want to create more housing, but we have to be able to pay the bills at the end of the day. And so I think with all that together, we can do as much as we can. And also, the last thing I just want to say to answer that question, sir, is that we're not the only game in town. Everybody has to come to the table, right? Our municipalities, the university, homeowners and landlords, everybody need to come to the table and say, hey, we want to solve this issue. One housing authority in a county cannot solve all the issues related to housing, homelessness, or anything. We need everybody at the table together, and that together we can make it happen.
That's true. It takes a village to raise a family, and we're a family of housing.
All right, so if there's no other questions around the details of the Executive Director's report and CEO's report, we provided the background for the other departmental reports. And if any commissioners have any questions around any of those reports, I ask that the department heads of those various departments come up and answer those questions for us.
If there's no questions, we'll move to item 8, our financial. Well, actually, we didn't have any questions on operations report, so we'll just move on to the financial reports. Mr. McHale.
As Miguel started, I just want to say again, our chief financial officer, Matt, left the organization earlier this year. Miguel was our senior accountant. He stepped up and he's the interim director of finance. We also partnered with BDO to help support him. This was a bad time to lose somebody with Matt's skill sets, but people understand, people make decisions in life. But BDO and the staff, we've been working really hard to support Miguel and his department. He's been doing a great job, staying afloat, dealing with the audits, the budgets, and everything at once. So I appreciate what you're doing. Just want to make sure that the board know that you're doing a great job, and we're going to make it through this difficult time with having a shortened finance staff.
So, as far as the financial report, on page 130, you can see the cash disbursements for the month of January. They were a total of $322,000. And I would like to just point out some of the items that were the most important ones. On page 142, there was a payment to Prospect Senior of $35,000. This is actually the RAT payment for the month of January. Then on page 147, there was a payment to the University of Illinois for close to $12,000. And that's the evaluation of the Move to Work program for the month of December. And at this point, I wanted to mention that there were several payments done, vacancy payments for all of 2019 that were done in January, actually totaling around $89,000. And if you see, you can see them there. For example, on page 148, TVG Providence, a total of close to $35,000, being $25,000 for Thornbury and $9,000 for Sycamore. So in total, like I said, there were around $89,000 of vacancy payments for 2019. On our RAT properties, we had a total of $22,000. Like I said, on the Providence, $44,000. Hamilton on the Park was $6,000. Oakwood Trace was $9,000. And Maple Grove Manor, which is an item that I was going to single out on page 148, that was over $16,000. Finally, on page 148, there was a payment of $13,000 to W Architects, and that was for the design and development of the LAD project. Yes.
Can you explain the $89,000 in vacancy payments for 2019 and just a little bit about the process of why we do a lump sum, or is this an annual payment? How is it calculated and what does it represent?
This was an annual payment for all of 2019. Maybe you could
Tamika?
explain why it was done in a lump sum.
With the project-based vouchers in the RAD, they are entitled to have 60 days worth of vacancy payments. For this 2019 year, we did do it in a lump sum, but we are having them do it on a monthly basis beginning in 2020. So it won't be such a large amount at one time. So that was just done for 2019, but moving forward, it will be done on a monthly basis, and they do know that they have 30 days to request that vacancy payment once the unit has been released.
Okay. And just a quick question, is it self-reported, the vacancies? How do we audit and determine vacancy of properties?
Well, we have a vacancy claim form, and so they submit it to us, and then we do review it. We will see in our system if we have been making payments to a vacant unit, so we do know if rent has been received or not.
You mean in terms of our payments and also the HAP payments? So we check that against the HAP payments with the specific folks. And we have access to the list of every person who is receiving HAP payments at a location, correct?
That is correct.
And then are we notified when they are no longer at that location?
Not immediately. In our software system, yes, but do they email me directly and let me know? No. But our software system will do an end of participation, so that will notify us that someone is out of that unit.
Though each one of those that Tamika's discussing, those are our vouchers, and so any activities that go on, we get notified directly through our system. Move outs, move ins, and so that's how we can determine whether the unit's been vacant or not. We have the opportunity, we can look at utilities in the unit and things like that also. I know when they do rehab, they do have some utility payments, some utilities are needed for rehab, using the water and things like that, but we have ways to check and ensure that those units are vacant. And again, those are our units in a sense. It's a partnership, so it's not the Benoit groups or what's the management company name?
Dorchester.
Dorchester. It's not Dorchester units. It's the housing authority's unit in a partnership with them, so we have full access to everything also.
Okay. At some point, and I think maybe for a future conversation, I know, David, you had an SRN training that happened here that was, I attended and was very helpful. It would be great to get an update on how the SRN process is working since that training. And I know some of the conversations about the vacancies was making sure if there are set-asides for SRN that they're being utilized by our community. So just a report to the board on that at some point would be helpful.
Okay. And I know we're making other arrangements in terms of policy changes to help it. One of the biggest issues that we determined was our MTW process to obtain housing was a little too strict, so we made changes to that, which has helped us. Also, when you build a property, that property is what, 5, 6 years old? Yeah, either one of them. 4, 5, okay. When you build something 5 years ago, you think about how the market is. Market changes from year to year probably, or what sometimes it go up, sometimes it go down in terms of the need. And so we're making changes along with those property management and those other partners in order to help maintain higher occupancy. So for example, we had determined that we wouldn't allow them to use any vouchers in the non-project-based voucher units, in the market rate units. But so that meant the market rate units was vacant, and we were partners in there. So we don't want to have a property that maybe have all subsidized housing, and it's not like the old term, the projects or whatever. But if we can lease up more vouchers by allowing our development partners to lease up units that's market rate units, that's a win for everybody. And so those are some of the changes that we're making once we do an analysis and kind of really looking at what issues, how can we resolve some of these issues of vacancies, how can we bring the waiting list down. And so our team has been making some strategic decisions around policy that directly affects those issues.
Thank you.
Sorry, go ahead, sir.
You got some more to add?
Thank you.
I just want to mention that we had this discussion before that, those properties, how it's done when we create affordable housing through low-income housing tax credits, property that's owned by the housing authority is considered tax exempt. We pay what we call pilot payment in lieu of taxes. It's based on some figures around the income that's created from those properties and other things like that. One area of the county had contested that, and we had to pay taxes. We did receive a refund. The refund check overall was about, the whole check was 200,000?
Almost 200,000.
Yeah.
199,000.
Yeah. We received a $199,000 check back from the taxes the Housing Authority and its development partners have been paying. Out of that portion, the Housing Authority had paid $33,009.73 of it. And so we received that check from the development partnership to deposit. What the process was, once we got the big check back, we sent it off to the development partnership. They deposited, then cut us our portion back. We still in negotiations and talking to them about our legal fees, which was close to like $40,000 almost to fight for it. But it was appealed. The decision that said we was tax exempt was appealed. So we got a hold up on spending that money. So we're putting that money in the bank now. If the judge says so, we have to pay it again, and then we go through this process all over again. So similar to what Carl, I think, in the university is going through with the tax exemption. But a housing authority's property is based on state laws exempt from taxes. From the full tax amount, what we pay is paid in lieu of taxes. So I didn't put it in the background, but we did receive that check. I think that check came this week, right? We received a $33,000 check from the TBG Hamilton and the Park LLP, which is our development partnership for that. So I just want to make sure the board know we did receive some of that money back that was spent.
I thank both of you for the financial analysis that you gave us. If there isn't any more questions on the financial reports, I would like to call for a motion for approval.
Motion to approve the finance report?
Second.
It's been properly moved and second. May we have roll call, please?
Commissioner Adair,
Yes.
Commissioner Turnbull,
Yes.
Chairman Henry,
Yes.
Vice Chair Parks,
Yes.
Commissioner Chenoweth.
Yes.
Okay.
We need non-agenda items, public comments on. Public comments.
Okay, all right. Is there any comments on non-agenda items from the public? Okay, we do not need a closed session, so is there a motion for adjournment?
I'm ready to go. I'm hungry.
Can we get it?
Second.
It's been properly moved and second. The meeting of the Housing Authority is now adjourned.
You're so enthusiastic.
Time of adjournment is 3:54 p.m.
That's a record.